Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I just want to have a quick conversation with you. As always, your support means the world to me. So you can share this. If you can like this post, it tremendously helps this reach more people. It would mean the world to me. You know, let me just get in the chat right quick. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? What up, Kayla? How you doing? What up, Deborah? Good to see you. Let me show some love to my rehabbers. What up, Mama Dukes? What's up? You're watching me on YouTube, Katie, right now as you speak? Cool. I know I don't go live on Facebook as much as I should. You know, I do a lot of live on TikTok, so at Trent Shelton on TikTok, but I'm going to try to come on here as much as I can. Excuse me, because I'm peeling an orange while I'm, talking to you guys. So, hold on. Let me get my seat right. So it's on my heart to just press live and have this conversation. I feel as if more than ever, people are dealing with a lot. And especially when you're the one, right? When you're the one that everybody depends on, everybody counts on, everybody needs something from. And, being the one, whether it's mother, father, whether it's, CEO, whether it's whatever it may be, your title, grandparent, the friend that everybody counts on, being the one can get heavy because you feel like you can't break down. You feel like you can't have your moments, right? You feel like you almost feel guilty because if you give up, if you have a bad week, a bad day, thanks for the stars, Chris, and I really appreciate you. Then you feel as if everything around you will break down, right? If you break down. So number one, I want to tell anybody here that's dealing with that, don't put so much pressure on yourself. You're a human being, and it's okay to have your moments. It's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to take time for yourself. Okay, I want you to know that because I see so many people break down because of how heavy the responsibility gets, how heavy life gets. And, for some of us, a lot depends on us. So number one, I want to check in on you, see how you're doing. I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, that I see you. I want to tell you that I know many people don't understand what you deal with, understand the pressure, understand the expectations. But I do, because I've been that person for most of my life. And I'm okay with it because I understand that God has put me in position for a reason. So what I want to tell you, though, is something I told myself years ago. Trent, it's okay to take time for you. It's okay to look out for you. Because if you don't look out for you, then eventually, you're not going to be a person that people can depend on anyway because you're going to be a broken down version of yourself. So I want to say that. Also today, I want to talk about I know in general, a lot of people want to give up. A lot of people are in a place in their life where it feels like nothing's changing. You feel this spiritual weight. You're sick and tired. You feel like things aren't working out. And it just gets to a place in your life where you just accept that this is life. This is how life is going to be. One thing that I know when it comes to depression will try to lie to you. Depression will try to lie to you in a few ways. Number one, it'll try to lie to you and convince you that you're the only person dealing with this. Depression will try to convince you that nobody's going to understand. Depression will try to convince you that asking for help is a weakness. Depression will try to convince you that no matter how hard you try, tomorrow is not going to bring your change. And I want to tell you this, depression is real, but so is deliverance. Okay? Depression is real, but so is deliverance. It's okay not to be okay. That's the human experience. But it's not okay to stay that way. Okay? It's okay to be okay. It's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. So I want to tell you, if this is for you, don't ever let depression make you feel like your life is over. Don't ever let depression take away the meaning of your life. Every person I talk to that wants to give up, they feel like they don't matter. And so I'm here to tell you right now that you do matter. You might not matter to the people that you want to matter to, but you matter. I promise you, you do. And sometimes we can forget that. Sometimes we can lose ourselves in everything that we're dealing with and going through, and we convince ourselves that we don't matter. You do matter. I don't care what life looks like. I don't care what you're going through. Don't ever forget that you matter. Okay, and I'm proud of you for getting through everything that you're going through. That's strength. And I know you might be tired of being strong. I get it. But you're getting through everything you're going through. You have 100% completion rate of surviving hard times. So give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. But you got to find a meaning to life. Okay? Because as soon as we start to say, man, my life doesn't matter, or I don't mean anything. And you might say, Trent, how can I do that? Well, I want you to contribute more. Okay? I know in my life, in my journey, when I was going through my hardest times, when I go through my depressed moments, the number one thing that gets me out of my depression is contribution. I go do something for somebody else. I come on here and talk live to y'all. And the chats is like, man, Trent, you're helping my life. So immediately I feel like I matter. I feel like my life means something. And I want to tell you, you might not understand what it means now, but if you don't give up, your story, your testimony is going to mean something to somebody else. How am I able to motivate millions of people across the world? It's because of the times that I didn't give up, the times I gave tomorrow a chance. So don't ever make up your mind that your life is over. Don't ever make up in your mind that your life is over. You got breath in your body, you got a heartbeat. I don't care how hard today is. Let your faith go harder. I don't care how tough life is right now. You're a choice away from a new beginning, my friend. And I want you to believe that. But a lot of times our circumstances want to lie to us. Our circumstances will show us that, oh, you don't mean anything, or your life is over. Nobody cares about you. And we start to believe that. You can't allow life to take away your belief. And I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done. I know some of you might be dealing with grief. You might have lost somebody. You might be dealing with a sickness. I don't know your situation. And so I know that it's heavy. But you cannot make up your mind that your life is over. I get chills talking about this because I remember being in my room 15 years ago, thinking I didn't matter. I lost sports. I lost NFL. I lost football. I felt like my life didn't mean nothing no more because that was all that I thought my life meant growing up. And I remember being in my room, depressed, not wanting to live. And it gives me chills because I think about, man, what if I didn't give tomorrow a chance? What if I gave up? We wouldn't be here today having this conversation. Thousands, millions of people across the world would never have gotten to experience rehab time. And it's all because I made a choice. And so I'm not going to front and act like life is going to get better for you tomorrow. You know, some of us, depression, it's sometimes it's for a lack of appreciation for our life. Depression makes you not want to appreciate the things anymore in your life. And that's when depression starts to win. Some of us, it could be deeper. It could be a chemical battle that we're fighting, right? On a deeper level. It could be a spiritual battle, emotional battle, physical battle. But you have to make up in your mind that you're going to fight. You have to make up in your mind that I'm not going to give up. Because a made up mind is one of the most powerful tools in this life. And some of us, we made up in our mind that it's done. And when we do that, we fix our sights, we fix our perspective on everything that's going wrong. And we hyper focus on that. We see the bad in everything. We see the unfairness in everything. And we start to allow those things to define our life. And we live like that. And again, I want to remind you, I get it. I know right now you're like, Trent, man, I want to believe you. I want to hear you, but. And that perspective is keeping you in this prison of depression. Find some appreciation today, even if it's for this moment, this conversation, even if it's for the roof over your head, the simple things, the things that we overlook every single day that are the most powerful things that we have in this world. Depression can't survive with movement. Depression has tried to convince you to stay in bed. Depression has tried to convince you to disconnect from people. You see, it's hard for depression to survive with two things: movement and community. You see, when we move our body, yeah, the depression might still there, the hard times are still there, but we feel a little bit better because we're taking care of ourselves, right? We're not abusing ourselves with alcohol or drugs or all these other things. So number one, if you're going through a hard time, try your best, man, to live a healthy life. Try your best to move your body, even if it's for a walk around the block for 10 minutes, 30 minutes. You might say, Trent, that's not going to change nothing. Excuse me. You got to realize the war that you're facing is not an external war. It has nothing to do with the things outside of you. The war that you're facing, it's here. It's a mind battle. It's a mind battle. It's the things that you give permission to that controls you. So when I talk about all the time, your perspective can be your power, your prison. What I mean by that is that no matter what's happening in my life, y'all, I have my days, I have my moments. I get sad sometimes. I deal with my grief, or I'm not a superhuman. But I always ask myself, how is it serving my future? How is it serving my mental health? And I come up with meanings and definitions and perspectives that put me in a better place mentally, that help me see things maybe I was staying blind to, that helps me see the beauty in the storm, the good and the bad, helps me look at things differently. I ask myself, how can I use this situation to better my life and better those around me because of this situation? Because sometimes we don't go through things for us. We go through things for those that are around us, for your kids, for maybe your friend. You know, everything I went through, I feel like I have purpose now because I can speak to you with confidence and say you can get through it too. So it's always bigger than you. Depression wants you to isolate. I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to get around community. Do not sit with your depression alone. Do not feel like it's a weakness. One of the greatest strengths that you can have is to ask for help. And listen, everybody you want to help you might not help you. But I promise you, there's somebody out there, community out there. Get around people, get around love, get around life. And I know sometimes it's hard to because we want to isolate. We want to disconnect from people. I don't want to be around nobody. I was there. I don't want to talk to nobody. The problem with that is you just sit with the thoughts that don't serve your life. And you start to overanalyze those thoughts. And those thoughts start to become toxic. You got to get around people and community that remind you of who you are, that see the greatness in you, that see the beauty in you. Because maybe you forgot that. So I want to say, my friends, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you because I know depression is real. I know functional depression is real. You know, these moments where my heart is just saying press live, I don't know why sometimes, man. But if you guys understood what I deal with every single day, the messages that I see, and it breaks my heart. And that's why I fight so hard to let you know that you matter. Even when everything around you is trying to convince you that you don't. Because I do know giving tomorrow a chance, and you might be tired of giving tomorrow a chance. I get it. But I do know if you hold on to those words, I'm going to give tomorrow a chance. I do believe tomorrow will bring your change. I do believe eventually tomorrow will bring your healing. I do believe tomorrow eventually will change your life. And I can only speak from experience. You know, when I was at rock bottom and people told me these things, it kind of pissed me off because I'm like, you don't understand. You don't get it. Like, you don't and it would make me mad. And it's because I made up in my mind that my life was over. Because I can no longer do what I wanted to do, what I love to do. And what I realized about God is God will remove certain things to bring better things in your life. But that removal sucks. Right? That removal sucks. You know, God will allow you to lose certain things so you can find who you truly are. But losing certain things sucks. It's hard, man. It's hard to appreciate the storm. It's hard to believe that joy comes in the morning when all you experience is darkness. Like, we know the scriptures, we know, but it's hard to believe at times. But you got to keep your faith. Because that's what faith truly is. Faith isn't believing when it's easy to believe. Faith is still believing when you have every reason not to believe. So I see you. I love you. And just make a commitment to yourself that you will not give up. Don't let what you're going through make you throw away a life that is so precious for your kids, for your friends, for your family, and for that stranger. You might be saying, Trent, what stranger? Well, that stranger that you're going to come across in the future and share your testimony with, and you're going to be the reason why they don't give up. Because they're going to identify with your story. You're going to be proof that God is good. You're going to be proof that better days will come. You're going to be proof that giving tomorrow a chance will bring your change. See, purpose is not just about you. It's bigger than you. And so you got to hold on to that. So I'm only asking you today, it's just live in your power perspective. I know it's so easy to focus on everything that's going wrong. But just maybe today, you look out and just focus on everything that's going right. Even if it's one thing. But I do believe if you look hard enough, you will see amazing things. You see, depression tries to blind us. Depression only wants us to see what's destroying our life. Depression only wants us to see this chapter. It blinds us to everything else. Depression wants us to hyper-focus on this moment. But I want you to win this moment. But see, appreciation opens our eyes up. Yeah, we still have this chapter, but in this chapter, there's some beauty in it. And the truth is, you can close this chapter right now. I'm not talking about closing your life, but I'm talking about closing this chapter, this moment, what you're going through, because you're a choice away from a new beginning. What does that mean? You can make a decision right now to turn the page. To say, I'm no longer going to live in this. I'm no longer going to live in my prison perspective. I'm no longer going to live in my limitations. I'm no longer going to be my biggest enemy. I'm no longer not going to love my life. When I look in the mirror, I'm going to appreciate that person in the mirror, flawed, everything I've been dealing with, loss, setbacks. I'm still going to appreciate that person in the mirror because that is strength. I got to remind you, you're strong. And strong looks like tears. Strong looks like barely making it. And I know you don't want to be strong anymore. It's okay, but you're incredible. Do not give up. Do not give up. And there's some self-accountability that we must take. Right? I always say it all starts with you. But maybe some things that we're not doing that we should be doing. Maybe some things that we stopped doing that we need to get back to doing. And that scope is wide. But when I looked at my life, I realized that I was depressed because I stopped moving my body. I was eating whatever I wanted to eat. I was around the wrong people. I was isolating myself. I wasn't around anybody. I stopped appreciating. I stopped talking to God as much as I should. And instead of running to God, I ran from God. And I know sometimes we get angry at God because we feel like God allowed it or God took it away. But that's where I came up with my famous quote. God will allow you to go through certain things that you don't understand just to bring you to the place where he needs you to be. And when you're going through those things that you don't understand, it's hard. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this person did that. I don't understand why these friends did it. I don't understand why my dreams. I don't understand. But that's why the good book says, lean not on your own understanding. If you know my story, you know I'm a perfect example of that. I lost everything. My everything. Just for God to show me it was nothing that I ever needed. There's more to your life than what you're currently going through. Your current situation, I promise you, bro, is not your final destination. Everything you're going through will soon turn into everything you made it through. But you got to make sure that you're doing everything that you can. Right? Like there's a part of self-accountability, self-responsibility. And I'm not trying to put this heaviness on you. But you got to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what can I do better? What do I need to stop doing? Because again, depression wants to make you run from accountability. Depression wants to make you run from community. Depression wants to convince you that you don't matter. Depression wants to make you give a dead end to your life. There's always a way out. Life, not death. One thing that I think would be beautiful for you, that really helped my life and continues to help my life. Because mental health is something that we always deal with. It doesn't matter how beautiful life is and how many things you get. And that's the problem. We think that we're going through things, or we think that it's because of what we don't have that we're dealing with this, or, you know what I mean? And it's not that. I promise you, I've had everything that this world says will make you happy, and I still felt unhappy. So it's not things like, yeah, sometimes if we're more financially stable, we can take some stress away. I'm not denying it or have, but still though, sometimes it makes life more heavy. But I want to say this, the thing that really helped me, okay, and you can take it or leave it, The thing that really helped me when I was in my darkest moments was I turned a devastating future into a compelling future. You see, it's hard to continue to want to live when you think your future is just going to be devastating. When you think nothing's going to change in your future. When you feel as if your best days are in your past. Right? And you just wake up every single day doing the same thing and you feel like nothing's ever going to change. Depression wants you to create a devastating future. What I did, and even when I really didn't even believe it, I asked God, just renew my mind. Renew my mind. I don't need nothing in my life to change. Just renew my mind. That's all that I ask, God. Just help my perspective see different. Help my perspective be my power, not my prison. Help me see the beauty in this. Help me see the strength in this. Help me see the growth in this. That's all that I need. I don't need you to give me more money. I don't need you to do anything. Just renew my mind. Help me see different. Help me see better. Give me some belief. Give me some hope. Give me some faith, God. And over time, that devastating future turned into a compelling future. What do I mean by that? Well, instead of saying nothing better is going to happen in my life, I started to say, my future holds the better that I deserve. My future is going to be better than my past. My future holds my greatness. My future is going to bring my change. And that became my magnet. That pulled me through bad finances, that pulled me through no purpose, that I felt that pulled me through my rock bottom. It pulled me out of. Nothing in my life changed externally, but here. And so what I want you to do is to create a compelling future. Keep speaking life into your life. Write it down, journal. In the next year, this is going to change. In the next year, I'm going to receive this, because what I do know, pain is powerful. Setbacks are powerful. Depression is powerful. But I do know this. There is nothing too powerful for the power of prayer. My mom used to always tell me, baby boy, prayer changes things. She was right. And I think the thing that prayer changes more than ever is your mind. It's all working out. It will get better. It will get better. Better days are coming for your life. And right now, if it's hard to receive it, pray to renew your mind. You got to hold on to that. Because if you don't, you'll give up. And what I do know, that's facts, is giving up is forever. Pain is temporary. Never give up when you know inside you lives someone better. You didn't come this far just to settle. You didn't come this far just to accept whatever. You came this far to make it to your next level. You came this far to become something greater. And what makes it even more special is that you didn't depend on favors. Probably did it with plenty of haters, but as you can see, it doesn't matter who doubts your life when your life is highly favored. Don't let the unfairness of life make you forget that you're highly favored by God. Like I tell you, it all starts with you. I know a lot of you experienced me in year 2025, but some of you have been here since 2009. So, you know, everything that I'm saying is true. Everything I'm saying is true. But the genius thing that I did, that we can all do, is I made up in my mind to never give up. That's it. And truthfully, I couldn't give up. Because if I was giving up on me, I was giving up on my family, I was giving up on my community, and I was giving up on some strangers that have now become rehabbers that I didn't even know will be my new family. Keep going. You matter. I love you guys, man. Like I always tell you, it's rehab time. Let's get it. If you can share this with somebody who might be going through something, that would mean the world to me. If you can like this post so it can reach more people, that would be awesome. Because I know there's somebody in the world that needs this message. Not because it came from me, but they just need those words to keep going. I'll talk to you guys soon, all right? You guys have a beautiful whatever today is. And just go do something that makes your heart smile. Go do something that fulfills your soul. All right? I love y'all. Let's get it.